96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I represent Bahamian people. I from Nassau, Bahamas, big up Bintan, bro. Boy, I from Bintan, bro. Right between West and Augusta, where them two roads meet, they call it Wilkinson Street. Manners and respect was like a sign blank check. It seems the ones that come in after quick to disrespect. You see, this life in the ghetto never easy. So many hungry days break till it grieve me. But I doing the best I can, trying to turn my dollar to 100 grand. I represent the ghetto people. I from Nassau, Bahamas, big up Bintan, bro. Boy, I from Bintan, bro. Don't take no back talk, no bribe or no joke. If you find fire, you definitely find smoke. Bintan, bro. Boy, I from Bintan, bro. Bintan, I say up and running. Caliban say my show boy don't ever give in. 7 years of farm and watch the crops them coming. True they see a humble thing, the lion sleeping. But they ain't for no reason. Only God that I believe in, living. Watch them only passion for a season. Godless, I go weed them. I represent the ghetto people. I from Nassau, Bahamas, big up Bintan, bro. Boy, I from Bintan, bro. Don't take no back talk, no bribe or no joke. If you find fire, you definitely find smoke. Bintan, bro. Boy, I from Bintan, bro. I'm a son that boy, what happened? Straight to the Bintan, boy, from Bintan. Where you using me?
Good night and welcome to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. I want to give much respect to my producer, Kermit, over the years and what he has actually put up with me, giving me extra minutes, him and Arlington Butler and the whole Guardian staff for just the opportunity to just respect me. That's why I highly respect my producers and I highly respect Guardian Radio. There's a lot of people around this country that don't respect me because I'm so outspoken, I tell the truth. But if you look at the many different programs that I've been in over the last 20 to 25 years in this country, are active in this country. So many people don't like, for those who don't like the way I speak on radio, what I speak out for, I speak for all Bahamians, okay? No discrimination, I speak for all Bahamians. Because I have a passion to understand that each and every one of us plays a very important role in the country's future. And me as a citizen who grew up in the country, I only want the best. I speak for each and every one of us. I speak about the unemployment. I speak about the crime. I speak about police brutality and how we can make it better. I talk about the politician. I talk about our religious system. And all of these things that I've talked about are actually true. And if you listen today, what is happening in the country when it comes to the crime and violence, I've been saying this over 20 years where I put my life on the line. Come on the chair, talking about things that I actually witnessed and are actually ongoing in the country. And there are many people out there who despise me because I speak the truth. So I just want to say this to each and every one of you. You might despise me or you might not like me or you might not like the message, but the message I'm saying is actually the actual truth in the country because it's affecting us every day in this country. So I applaud Guardian Radio for giving me this opportunities, and I applaud the producers who also give me the opportunity to have a few extra minutes on radio because, I listen sometimes to the conversation that is going on in the country, and I say these things for the last 10 years on the station, what Guardian Radio told me to do. They want to know about the inside stuff. They want to know about the prison. They want to know about the gang life. They want to know what's going on inside the inner city. They want to know what's going on with politics. They want to know what's going on with religious and how religious denomination, how it's affecting us as a country. And I have done all of that. You know what I've done all that for? Not for no publicity, people. Not for no fame, people. Not for no money, people. I did it because it is the right thing to do. Okay? So I just want to applaud my producers on Guardian Radio for just giving me the opportunity to be able to speak freely about the matters that is actually happening in our country and find solutions for the country's problem. Our telephone numbers tonight are 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259, and you can powered by BDC at 422-4796, and you can listen on Guiding Crest 961. You can also listen on our station because the 969 is not really coming through, but so you can also go on 96. That's 961, right, Kermit? 961? The next station besides 969 is 961, right? But anyway, you can listen in on Cable Bahamas. And I want to say to each and every one of you, it's a pleasure to be here every day, every Friday. Notice I've never missed a Friday in the last 10 years. You know why? Because it's important to me to have my voice heard on this radio. I'm different from everyone else in this country, people. But I mean, money don't move me. Publicity don't move me. Hey? Recognition doesn't move me. The only thing I want in this country, if for those who have heirs and have the power to make a difference in this country, if we could reduce the poverty, if we could reduce the crime rate, if we could reduce the prison rate, if we could increase the housing, if we could increase the road improvement, if we could increase the quality of life, if we could increase the educational system and scholarship programs in the schools and art, technical programs that are going to be very beneficial to the next generation of BME people, that's what all I am for, okay? Tonight, you know, after Harvard Run show, you know me, I don't hold my tongue. And listen, I don't lie, all right? Notice, I've been on here 10 years and I've called some big, powerful people name. Big, powerful people name. Besides that, I've called some top gang leaders across the board who I know personally. And I speak on their behalf also. So it shows you that there's some truth in what I'm saying to you, and I'm glad that each and every one of you are listening tonight, and I appreciate each and every one of you. You know, I went to the bar tonight, so I drank a couple of beers. And see, that's the thing with me. I truthful, and I ain't no coward to speak on what's happening in our country. Notice I'd speak against the commission, not in no bad way, but if I know that he is saying things that he knows is not realistic and lying to the general public, I would speak on that. Even the Minister of National Security, even the Prime Minister, because I know I've been in the gutter. I have personally worked with Sir Lyndon Oscar Pinlin. And he himself said that if he knew what he know now, that means he was talking to guys on the street. He talked to all the gangsters. And let me explain something to you, general public. Okay? A little bit of history. So Lyndon Pinlin is the one who actually make me change my mindset. You understand? And then I continue to gradually improve my lifestyle. Okay? So let me just explain that to the general public. So it's a pleasure to be your host tonight on Guardian Radio 96.9. I'm your host, Valentino Brown. Most people call me Scrooge, but like I say, that name goes to Kelsey Lundy. He is the original name of the word Scrooge. And anyone who know the history about Scrooge, it's about the Ebenezer 1, 2, 3 Ghost Christmas Carol, where he had a life experience where he used to treat his employees very bad. He would never give them gifts. He would never give them increase in payment, regardless of how good they was and how they made his business flourish. He would never, ever recognize them. And then he had a visit from 3 ghosts, and each one teach him a thing or two. And then at the end, he became a good person. So they refer to me as a person who had a very bad past, and I changed my life. So that's why they call me Scrooge. But my original name on the street is Scoochie or Scroogey. And many people call me, like Chucky's called me, who was one of the leaders of the Border Boys. He would call me, anyway, he would call me Scoochie. And it's just a pleasure to be here today. And today, I'm going to let you have a mouthful. My first part of this show is to talk about what's happening in the North. We have here in the Nassau Guardian, January murders double last year's count. Around this time, it was 7 murders. So let me just read. Like I need my glasses, and I all tune in. I've been drinking a cup of lick, all right? So I'll tune in, but I will be a professional the best way I can. Okay, it says here, compared to the same period last year, murder in the Bahamas are up to 20% in 2024, and this is the first year. Now, I remind you people, we just come off 100 plus murders. Now we begin the new year, where I ain't gonna lie, I believe we are the most stupidest set of people in the world. I'm gonna say this to you. As the most educated, some of the most educated people in the world, think about this. Does this make any sense to anybody? We began 2023 with 7 murders. And then later part of the physical period, that's March, we would see the Commissioner of Police. Now listen to me. I'm not being disrespectful to the Commissioner of Police or the law officials. I call it a spade what it is, because even the Commissioner of Police know that sometimes when he go on the radio, he is elaborating on the crime issues in this country. Reason why? He himself was a victim of violent crime as a top police official in the country. He was shot, almost lose his life. You understand? And then he, recovered, which I applaud him for, because he's a human being. But when he himself, notice he is being missing in action, right? See, the one thing with me, the one thing you're going to find with me, I outspoken, I can tell the truth. He had nothing from the commissioner last month, because we go on radio and talk with Grime Don. He is lying, completely lying, because crime is not done. As long as we have 12, 13, 14 murders, we have about how much precincts of police are riding around the country, heavily armed, and they are doing their thing of stopping guys who on the move, stopping cars and finding firearm possession and doing an investigation and charging a few people for murders and et cetera, and robbery and whatever the situation is. But it has been overwhelmed by the 14 murders. Based upon when we have all of these police on the streets of Nassau, New Providence, and these incidents that are happening in the day, in broad daylight. So what it tells you as a citizen, the police can contain it, but it's out of control. Until each and one of you realize that and think that for a minute, that the government, that the church, that the community, and that the powers to be can make a difference, you're completely insane. Let me tell you why. Because we put politics before anything. We can have the right programs, the right solutions, but the minute we go after the 4.5 or 5 year term, we start over. And we have all the tools there to have the solution in place. For me, as a citizen, it takes a 20-year plan uninterfered by government official. What we really need in this country is a 20-year plan set upon by the government and the community working together and say, hey, we're going to do certain amount of houses every year. We're going to put small businesses in each and every community so they can have access to small businesses finance. We're also going to have community centers built in each and every one of these communities for those who are illiterate in computer studies and filling out application forms. We will be viable for them, okay? For those inmates who come out of prison, they cannot just be re-entered back in Grandstown or back in Camp Road when we know they have done a 20-year stretch where they are not properly rehabilitated. What we need is a mechanism to say the community knows that these guys are coming out, right, in this particular community. So what we're going to do, we're going to let the church be the first defense line where they would get the information, they would know where this person is going to live, and the church, much as possible, try to assist in any way possible to change the mindset of this individual and help this individual much as possible. The community part is to see how we can counteract what this individual is going to do in our community, but we know who we are, right? So we could help him. Don't let him go in the community and then set up a base where he encourages his fellow inmates to come and join him in the inner city community and cause corruption. You understand? So we need to monitor them also. And the church and the community can play a very important role in this, because there are many young men who come out of the prison and they go right back in these communities. But if we could reach them where we have church people and the community and the police, go to them and see how best fit we could help them change their mindset and provide for themselves as citizens. You know, it's very difficult, because there are a lot of persons who come out of prison and might not want to change. But we have to give them the option and the benefit of the doubt to assist them much as possible. We just can't let them go set up in the communities and cause havoc. You understand? So, yeah. I think there's many things we can do as a country to try and replenish, and change the mindset of the individuals in this country. But it first comes down to empowerment. It comes down to the family structure. It comes to community development in these respective communities. Let me ask you a question. All of those who are listening. With all the police involved shooting the police on the road, why is the police are mobile? Listen, that's what I'm trying to explain to you and how serious the situation is in this country. The police are mobile as I speak right now. But there are people out there still traveling with firearms and still willing to take somebody's life. Why is that? Why are people not afraid of the police? Why is that? Why is that? No, we have 14 murders. And if you listen to some of these murders, the police were on the road responding to the next murder, and then we listen, a next murder. And the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Okay, we have this caller. I'm going to take this call just for whatever reason, just to listen in. Go ahead, caller. You're on Inside in the City.
Yeah, hello.
Good night.
Good night. I listened to you today on the talk show.
Yes, sir.
And it seems to be some little angry in there.
Me?
Yeah, so it seems to be like some people are angry towards the police. And
yes, sir.
certain things. Now, in all respect, as I was growing up, you choose the path you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Some fellas choose they want to go in the gang and this and that. And to me, it's nothing good with gang. All it is destruction.
Mm-hmm.
You agree with me?
I agree with you 100%, sir.
Okay. Now, I was raised with my mother. And I come up to be, very good in life. I've never been before no court for anything and all of that.
Yes, sir.
And what we have today is some the gang have a little influence on some of the people. But I think we need to try to discourage the fellas from going in the gang.
Of course.
I heard you saying about all going to be coughing.
Yes, sir. It is
but
coughing.
Who are going in those coughing?
Every behemoth of all walks of life.
A bunch of young.
Not only young, innocent people as well. Not only young.
No. I talking about that some of the people go because of other issues.
Yes, sir.
But mostly the killing and the murders is a bunch of young men.
Yes, sir.
And so I will say to them, and there's some other things I want to say, but I don't want to take up all your time. We need to find another way to go. Another thing, you talk about the church. I go to church, and they will go in the area, and they will encourage the people to come to the church. Churches does that.
I would agree with you.
Even if you want to buy them clothes to come, we'll do that. But they ain't coming.
You know what the problem
Now,
is?
when they get out of prison, then you hear we all are, oh, what the church can do, what the church can do. You know. But it's what the young person mindset.
I agree, sir.
You know.
I agree.
We have to change
their mindset.
The mindset of some of these young people. It's thing. Now you went to school.
Yes, sir.
And
I'm highly educated. Don't mind me.
No, I can see that. You talk very, you know. I've been to school. I come up to be an engineer. I'm highly educated too. But that's the road I choose. I had friends I used to hang with, but I know they smoked their little dope, and that was way back before you saw people.
And it's still going on now today.
Yeah, and they couldn't get me to do it.
Yes, sir.
But they was in like bad like this these days.
No, just a habit.
Yeah.
Recreation.
Now the other day, and I know it's very disturbing. The young guy got stabbed because he said no, he don't want to join no gang. What you think about that?
Well, listen to this.
Yeah.
What's that? The Haitian gang? I heard it was the Haitian gang.
It happened in Freeport.
And they said it was. I don't want to discriminate, but I like some more information on what particular gang was it.
I can hardly hear you, but
sorry. He said you can't hardly hear me. I don't understand.
I can hear you a little.
Try it up just a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can try it. Any better?
Yeah, much better.
Okay. Oh, much better now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's my bad. You know, we have to accommodate the guest callers because you all guys are very important just as the hosts, you know, so we like to have a dialogue where we can understand one another. Yeah, so, listen, people are taking things in their own hands, okay? So when you see someone getting stopped for not joining a gang, it's an individual who choose, like you said earlier, who don't want to be a part of a gang. But if this area has a thing where they feel to be incarnated in the gang and you refuse, you are the enemy. And that's just how it is because their mindset is different from you. You know, you're a working man who thinks about going to work at 7 and probably get off at 3:30, 5 o'clock. Think about how you're going to talk to your kids with their homework. You're going to think about how you're going to help your wife do this and how you're going to combine yourself to build your family stronger and set the future. But
I was like that from young. When I was a little boy, I used to push the trolley.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yes, sir.
I used to push trolley. I always had a waking mind because I wanted to be. But gang is not the way to go. It's nothing in gang.
I can tell you something.
Gang to me is destruction. But anyway, I don't want to take
No, you're making some good sense. You're making some good sense. But go ahead.
I don't want to take too much of your time, but I can listen to you from now on. I listened to you, like I say, you was on that show, and I heard when you were saying, what it is, coughing.
Yes,
but
sir.
I said to myself, who are the people going in? Most of the people who are going into the coffin. Because, you know, most of the people who are getting killed are the young men.
That's true.
Anyway, you have a good night, and I'll continue listening to you, and I'll try and make my point to listen to you sometime.
I appreciate it because all I'm here for is to set an example for those who will listen. You know, I might speak a little hard because the reason why, sir, I've been out here talking to governments. I've been working with
I called you one time and you made one comment about the government to pay for something. I did call you one time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was it. But you see, we can't depend on the government.
No. I know that personally. I've learned the hard way, sir.
Yeah. And we have to rely on the police. The police are trying, man. I mean,
yeah, they're trying, but guess what, buddy? They're behaving just like us. And like I tell you this now, if you look at what's happening in the country, they come afterwards.
Yeah. But we have to discourage these fellas from going into these gangs.
Empowerment, community development, family structure.
That. Anyway, bro.
Thank you very much.
Good night, and I will listen to you.
I appreciate you 100% because you did an awesome job of explaining yourself here tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You know, there's some very valid questions we put forward just now. And one thing I like to do is have a conversation with the callers because my job is to come here and to let you know my life experience and to see how we can have a dialogue so we can understand what the core root of the problem is. And there are many people in the country that wouldn't even understand what I'm trying to say. Many people would be against me, you know, but saying, well, this guy, you know, he's a tough guy. He come on the screen. He made his bad decision when he was young, and it isn't, you know, you could grow up in this and you could. But listen. all that is happening now in the country what I'm speaking on. So it's actually true. So you might not like how I say it on radio or whatever. It is what it is, and it's the truth. Because we have 14 murders now that have been saying it for the last 10 years. And I've sacrificed everything because most people hear me on radio and say, oh, this guy is this and that. You know, but they have to realize what our country is facing. And if we don't invest in our next generation, we could forget about it. And there are many people who are saying that, the country is not lost. See, y'all ain't seeing the bigger picture. All right? When one of those 100 people who get killed, the country is lost for their family. For each and every one who die, who is involved in illegal activity or not in illegal activity, when they lose their loved one, that's it for them. You don't understand this, eh? You know? And we go from January to December and we put the statistic up at this and that. And then we start off again in January at 1. We had 106 or 107, and we go at January to 1. We can't be judging life like that. So all those people who lose their life in 2023, it didn't mean nothing. Then we start over again, and then when we do the next 100, we go to 2025, and the 2024 victims don't mean nothing. Your head can't be good. You talk about a system that has corrupted us and lost your mind. I believe the most set of intelligent people who go England or Rome or whatever it is, as highly educated as they are, they don't have no clue or no solution to our crime problem. You're going to take this next call. Red caller.
Take the front seat, Mr. Brown.
Go ahead, sir.
You're doing an excellent job. And whatever you're saying, don't be bad about it. One thing, when history repeats itself, when history was to be shown, they would know that Valentino Brown was strong and upright in whatever needed to be said without any fear of persons trying to stop you from speaking the truth. What you are doing is what they are being paid to do. That's what they don't understand. It's so sad that they won't show you one digit a check, one check, even if it's just $1, to assist you in what you're doing. They are being paid to do what you're doing free.
They discriminate against me hard.
Yeah, they
hard against me.
You know why? Because they don't want to know that someone who really what they don't consider to be a part of their circle with all of this information. That's why they are not interested in having you as a part of them. Okay? But don't worry about that. You ain't got to be a part of them. You're a part of the right thing. That's doing the right thing.
Yes, sir.
At the end of the day, they would suffer the consequences for their action, them or their children.
And we're seeing it now.
And we're seeing it now. Now, let me say something in reference to, so everything you're saying, don't feel bad about it. Trust me, you're right on target. Okay? You're just bold with it, and you're straight up forward with it. Now, let me say this. In reference to when I heard you said that, how was it that and I agree with you. And I agree with you when you were saying that the gangs they're using this word gangs, right?
Forget about that.
They're using this word drug dealers and gangs. Let me tell you why they're doing that. They know, for one, if you mention drugs, that's total destruction without no solution.
Yes, sir.
If you mention gang, that's total destruction without no solution.
Keep on talking. Go on. You got the mic.
Right?
Keep on talking.
Those two words, once you word it like that, you can excuse your lousiness and not approaching the situation.
Keep on talking.
Where you supposed to approach it. That's why you're using those slack words. I call them slack. Because for you to say gang, what gang? These people don't know that no gang. They bad boys just don't like one another. They ain't that ain't no gang. They fighting because they just fighting for pettiness. You kill my dog, I kill your cat. I don't like this one, I don't like that one, that's my girlfriend, that is your girlfriend, you dead. They ain't fighting because no gang war, gang turf, with this nonsense what they talking on the radio all the time, but gang, that's out of foolishness. Now, let me tell you why, and I agree with you when you said that What in the world you mean by crime down? My Jesus Christ. Only the devil could be telling you these things. For them to say crime down, only the devil could be speaking to them. Ain't nobody else talking to them. Now, let me go straight to the point. Sorry about that. Let me go straight to the point. Now, you asked a question. You said that, what is it that causing these fellas to ride? I put it ride through the police roadblock. I put it like that. Ride through all these police officers and all these stops they have patrol and still end up killing somebody. Let me tell you one thing. These people are not concerned about getting you though. Let me tell you why. The only way for you to catch a person is not that you would catch him with the gun or catch him in the act of committing the crime. That is not their concern. It goes deep. Let me tell you what their concern is. The end of the day, they already calculated in their mind how much time they'll spend in jail. And they're already determined that at the end of the road, I can be out in any event. Right? So they saying to themselves, even if I come out in 5 years, that person is dead.
Yes, sir.
Who threatened me or who they catch me before I was able to kill him, he better not be living when I get out.
Yes, sir.
So he already determined in his mind, he ain't worrying about driving through traffic and the police catching him with the gun. That's not his concern.
No.
Now, if the end of the day he would know that, he would have known that if I kill this person, I could spend about 40 years in jail, and times I come with that person even ain't gonna be living because he might already die.
Yes, sir.
If he was thinking like the end of the tunnel will be his final destiny, he would stop.
Yes, sir.
But because he already calculated, Mr. Brown, that persons who does criminal act had already done, they do better homework than the police.
Yes, sir. You're correct.
I'm telling you, they can tell you what time the police go into work, what time they change in shift.
I'm a prime example.
They can tell you everything what the police can do.
I'm a prime example. I supposed to be lost in jail.
Okay, they can tell you, so they already have the police map out, right?
Yes, sir.
And I talking about perfectly map out.
Yes, sir.
They have them map out to the point.
They know the patrols.
Everything.
Yes, sir.
They know everything, right?
They tell the police pass and then go make them move.
Right, they know everything.
Yes, sir.
Right? So I said that to say this. Right? Now, what happened is, if the police could shoot a person who's unarmed, if the police officer could shoot him unarmed, and say to the public, justifiably, to say to the public that, I shoot the man unarmed, no knife, no gun, because I was feared for my life.
You mean like the defense force officer about a year ago?
Yes, I remember.
Same thing.
You know, there was a shooting about a couple of weeks back where the man was in Armada.
Yes, sir. Again.
Right? Now, I said that to say this. If the police have all of them weapons on them, right? They got gun, they got taser, they got backup, all this they got. But if a man run into them, they got to shoot him.
They don't have to kill him.
Register. They're saying that they got to shoot him if he charges them.
No, they can shoot him in his kneecaps. Regardless of how they train to kill, they don't need to in that situation because he's not a threat to them. He's far off and the gun has a range of about either 100 feet, 200 feet, 300 feet. So any officer, even using a handgun, can put a shot in the kneecap and actually make that person non-threat.
Now, watch this now. The man ain't got no gun now. Watch this. Okay. Mr. Brown traveling the streets. Mr. Brown don't have no gun, no knife, no nothing. They have 6 persons threatening to kill Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown already reported to the police. Just an incident.
Yes,
just say it. You don't make a report to the police. 6 fellas threatening your life and they already attempt to kill you. Right? Now, the police who got gun scared of these people, so they shoot them before they reach to them. Yes, how the hell they the public no weapon, right? No weapon, not to be scared, enough to carry a weapon or something to protect yourself. Well, how is it that person is supposed to protect themselves?
Well, the commissioner said, there's no need to worry. That's a few bad guys out there, so there's no need to worry. You got to listen to the commissioner.
Listen to me, Mr. Brown.
Go ahead, I listen to you, sir. Go ahead.
Watch this. Okay, let's say you go by. Let's say the commissioner said that, right?
Yes, sir. But he tells you this.
There's only few bad boys out there. Why the hell you need to lock down a whole country with roadblock with the prime minister saying you have to be late for work because you have to check all your cars?
Oh Lord, don't make me laugh.
Why? Go ahead. Why do you need to call a state of emergency If there's only a couple of fellas doing this.
Yeah, man. You gotta listen to the commissioner. We gotta
the
listen.
Commissioner ain't making no sense.
Listen, bro. Listen. Don't listen to nobody. We gotta listen to Commissioner of Police. The Commissioner of Police is right. Now we must remember he got shot and most lost his life. Okay, so we must remember. Listen to police. Listen to police. Listen to the Commissioner. He is right. Yeah, my coin caller. Go ahead, caller.
Listen to me. The Commissioner following instructions from somebody who don't know the law. When I say who don't know the law, who don't know policing or who don't know the streets like you know the streets, and how the police officer would know the streets because he worked the street. Watch this now. A lawyer don't work the street. So a lawyer cannot tell the police how to govern the streets because he don't work the streets. He don't know the streets. Okay? So I said that to say this. The only way you don't go after, to me, if I was advising them, this is what I was going to tell them. Listen to me. You don't go after you don't go out and tell you don't go after the person. You go after their weapon. Okay? When I say you go after their weapon, the persons who committing these crimes, right now, what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to get the whole of the defense force, the whole of them, and you search for these guns. You let them know you'll have nowhere to hide these guns. Forget it. It ain't gonna happen. So you let them search all the bushes.
All the ports.
You ain't got to search the people home, you can scare them to death.
All the ports.
Once you have on those units, gun unit.
Yeah, all the ports of entry, where we got tourists coming and special guests coming. We got a immigration officers, custom officers on base to check these sleuths and yachts coming in the country.
Mr. Brown.
Go ahead, sir.
What you got to do is enter the minds of these people and frustrate the mind. Let me tell you something. You tell me if you see any vehicle on the road with say gun unit on it.
No, sir.
None. Why the hell you get? They have ATF in the States, right? But telling you that, look here, when you see this unit come, that's what it is. Yeah. We coming for searching for firearm or whatever the unit is. We coming to say that's what we got because they don't have none of these vehicles around with say gun unit or whatever, a whole SWAT team with gun units and stuff that you could ride to and they know that's the gun unit coming through.
Yes, sir.
And they know you come in to search, you throw all your defense force officers in the bush.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I ain't no gun in no bush no more. You can forget that.
Yes, sir.
And then when you throw it in the sea, you got to look in the sea to see if you can find any guns underwater next to any borders. Because they take the guns and throw it overboard, take a rope and haul it down like how you do, Carl.
Yeah.
And have all the guns in the water in safety bags, right?
Yeah, you're right.
And all they got to do is pull it up.
In
no one's supposed to have a gun all that time to use one gun to crime. You're supposed to be scared to put gun in the bush.
Yes. But you're doing an awesome job. I want to say thanks to you for calling in. Any final words before you go?
No, that's it. But I like to say to you, Mr. Brown, don't worry about what they decide that they can do with your situation.
No, I'm not even worrying about them. I'm just saying naturally how a person like me who's speaking for what's right in the country and explaining the crime situation and other solutions for the country, they would look down on me and believe I was the bad guy.
Yeah, I understand that. So, all I'm saying is to be strong and
thank you very much.
Just hold the fort, what I mean?
I appreciate people.
And all the best. I thank you very much for allowing patients to speak.
That's what I'm sure all about.
And you don't rush them or
No, sir. See, that's the difference between me who grew up on the streets. I always had respect for each and every individual who can contribute to the country. That makes a difference right there in my life. Even though I was a rough, tough guy on the street, I was always respectful of each and every citizen of the country.
Yes. I was following you from the beginning. From J.W. Bartlett was telling you don't be shy.
You've been right. Okay, boss. Okay.
That, right?
Yes, sir.
I was following you from that time.
Telling it like it is.
Go ahead. Let me give you 1 minute. I apologize to the public. Right? I remember when you say, boy, you wanted the help so bad. You say, man, I didn't have no place to let nobody come, man. I ain't know where I can lay my head. Like you was trying to figure out where to lay your head.
Yes, sir.
Meaning you was trying to find a spot so persons could have come, so you could have helped them. You end up with a spot that the person that I'm telling the person you there, and they get mad with you because say, oh, he ain't supposed to be on that lot because that's our lot.
Yes, sir.
Remember that?
Yes, sir. You correct, sir.
I followed you.
I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate you. I love you to death, man. You bring back memories.
All the best, bro.
Thank you very much, sir.
Right then.
Thank you very much. Wow. We went way back when me and Debbie Bartlett was co-hosts on Tell It Like It Is on Gems Radio along with Yanni Pinder. And you had a lot of different talk shows. They had Steve McKinney there. You had Darrell Miller there, man. You had the late, great lady who passed away. I can't remember her name. She was a member of parliament. She passed away. And yeah, the other gentleman ran away. But I appreciate you, sir. And you really respect me as an individual who means good for the country. I have no purpose here. Listen to me. I'm not a part of no political group. I've been a part of PLP for 15, 20 years. I work with Mr. Christie. Then I work with Sir Lyndon Foyce. Then I work with Mr. Christie. I work with Dr. Brandon Nordich, late great Dr. Brandon Nordich. I work with Lady Cheryl Wilson, who won the PLP on my behalf, man. She sat down and had a talk with me on the 10-point plan. And those 10-point plans that she introduced, that was passed under Dr. Brandon Nordich, and working with Tommy Twankres, who passed a lot of legislation in Parliament based on the consultation of me sitting down with the former Honorable Minister of National Security, Tommy Twankres. And I want to say this to the general public. Many people think Tommy Twankres was soft and all that. Sometimes we pick the wrong leaders. Listen to me. Tommy Twankres was one of the most understanding and, you know what I mean? He would listen, man. You know what I understand? He's saying he was fit for the Minister of National Security, but we fight him now because this is a PLP and F&M thing. And we made a grave mistake on letting Tommy Twankres go. We might say he was not going to be a great leader, but I can tell you one thing. Personally, for me, as a citizen, he would never, ever ignore your call. If you call Mr. Tommy Twankres when he was the Minister of National Security, if he didn't answer you, you would hear a call from him in the morning. And he would give an explanation on why he did not call you. You know, that man, listen to me, I'm sorry he ain't in politics no more. I wish persons like that had an opportunity. So we judge them. Next person, the Honorable Brent Simonet. We here in this country, we criticize Brent Simonet because he's one of the richest men in the country. But it was only because of political we criticize Brent Simonet. I know this man personally, and this man has been contributing to developing the country for over 25 years, down with the Big House community in Grunstown. And then recently I just got in contact with him. He assisted me with the cleanup program and programs in the community where we're trying to, not know what we're trying, we're building 3 community centers that's up and going. We're building a community garden. I'm building my restaurant. We're building tourist spots around in the community. So, you know, listen to me, man. Anyway, it goes deep to Brent Simonet and his wife. These people, you know, we could say they're rich and they only given this and that. But what about Frankie Wilson? What about Tiger Phillipson? What about Perry Christie? What about Hubert Ingham? What about all these rich people on both sides of the table? You understand? But we let this politics get in us. But there are people in this country who are concerned about the country's development. One person I could speak highly of is the Simonet family. You understand? We only hear about them. Notice, we ain't hear nothing but Mr. Simonet now that the PLP is in power. But when the F&M is in power, we saying all kind of things from Mr. Simonet. Now the PLP is in power, you hear no. Listen to talk show hosts. Activism has gone dead in the country. Activism has gone dead. I don't hear nothing from all those activists and stuff like that. All of them gone dead now that PLP is in power. All the talk show hosts used to say this with the F&M, this and that, and that. Now the PLP in power, you can't hear one pin drop. Because everyone get paid. That's what it's all about. Why is all of us could lose a loved one, we could die in poverty, eh? And we could die with stress. We're going to take this call. Go ahead, call you on Inside the Inner City on Guardian Radio. I think your phone is messing just a little bit, so did you be sure to check it, please?
Hello.
Good night.
Hey, Scrooge.
Hey.
Hey, boy.
You been missing. What happened, man? You hit the jackpot, eh?
Man, I'm missing, man.
Yes, you been hit the jackpot, man. Sparky, man.
No, boy. I stayed for Friday evening.
Okay, you ain't sure you can get a contract on the side, Sparky?
No.
Sparky, come on now, Sparky. I know you get something on the side. You're being quiet.
Be a boy.
All right, well, let's go. Let's go.
Listen to you, boy.
I can listen. Go ahead.
Most of them other talk shows give you 30 seconds to say what you got to say.
Yes, sir.
But they let all them other people who talking foolish just talk for hours.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
But you was listening to people on the ground. That's why it's wait for Friday.
Okay, sir.
You remember they always said, there's a old saying, the first shall be last and the last shall be first.
Yes, sir. I am last. Yes, sir. Yes,
yeah, they bring you up.
Last.
I was driving around with a friend of mine the other day. They say, Dwight them give you the Friday evening show at the last in the evening on Friday.
Because most of the people out partying and drinking and carrying on.
You think they're doing that to me?
No, hold on. Listen to this. I say, that's what the person said to me. I never thought about it like that. Dwight and them got the whole show from Monday straight to morning, evening, and everything. But they bring Scrooge on Friday evening, then everybody out drinking and nobody listening to the Guardian. They don't know that people really listen to the Guardian
on Friday, right?
On Friday evening, when the truth is being told.
Yes, sir. I heard that. I heard the Friday.
Now,
go ahead, sir.
I called you to ask you this question.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, one time I came to visit you, you still crossed to the corner by Lewis Street, right across where the old Sir Francis Hotel used to be?
Yes, sir. You can't miss me. Right on the corner.
I come there a couple of times to come and hear you and sit down and talk with you, but you never there when I reach.
Sparky, just pay your horn, and I give you my number so you just text and message me, and I'll fly out there for you because you know you are being contributed.
Okay, hold on. Let me talk for 30 seconds.
Go ahead, sir, Mr. Sparky.
I heard you this morning on them other people talk shows, trying to get you little speaky spoken.
Hello, Sparky, though.
See, Scrooge.
Yes, sir.
When I come to you.
Yes, sir.
I come to you from the ghetto.
Yes, sir.
See, I grew up like you down in the ghetto, in the valley.
Yeah. And I know you're rough, too. You know you're rough, too.
To all the cinema.
Yes, sir.
Nassau Theater.
Yes, sir.
All of them things, walking barefoot. We had 2 shoes. One for school, one for Sunday. And when you don't take them off, you walk barefoot around your garden and take it off.
Yes, sir.
So I know you come up later than me, because I used to be on the blocks by the bird line.
You grew up with my daddy, sir? I always tell you that. You grew up with my father.
I used to be on the block. The same Sparky everybody listen to. I grew up in the valley. I used to be on the blocks with the boys. When I come out, D Government High. My mother died when I was 15 years old.
Wow.
My old man was a bartender in Bethel Robinson. When you wake up in the morning, he's done gone. We see him maybe 10 o'clock at night.
Because he's working hard for you guys. He's working hard for you guys.
Hello, Scott?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir, Mr. Sparky.
So, I practically grew up myself. I put myself through 3 Government High.
Yes, sir.
And I work in Deltec International Banking. I work in Purity Bakery. I
remember you working in Purity Bakery.
Hold on, man. I work in Purity Bakery in the accounts receivable department for 11 years.
Wow.
Mark Wilson Street.
Yes, sir. You're right.
I've been to Deltec International.
Yes, sir.
On the corner of Cumberland and one Marlborough Street. See, when they hear Sparky Corner Talk Show, they don't know who Sparky really is, you know.
You're a legend, man. I heard you.
I've been to banking. I've been to accounts receivable. I've been to Batelco. I've been to the Modern Marathon. I've been to Wireless. I've been to things. I work in Solomon Brothers.
And I heard you.
I manage a fishing lodge in Cargo Creek for Stanley Bay. I manage the Nassau Airport Inn on Blake Road. I've been through things in my life.
Yes, sir.
I helped build the bowling alley.
You helped build the Bahamas. You helped build the Bahamas. Yes, sir.
Look here. I did some things. I grew up with the Valley Boys. I went out with the Valley Boys in 1958, carried the first banner from Gus Cooper, 10th Street East, when the Valley Boys started.
Yes, sir.
65 years ago.
Yes, sir.
And let's say,
you're a legend,
let me say something right now, Scrooge, while I'm on that.
Yeah, why is you on that? Because I
get
a couple
special night goes out to Jerome Fitzgerald. His father, Edward Fitzgerald, passed away yesterday morning.
Okay. Condolences.
Dr. Elwood Johnson, Donaldson, passed away today.
Wow.
Josie Barry White, Franklin, Josie Barry White, Josie Barry White, Josie passed away, and he was buried today. That's Father Bishop Franklin Josie up there in Elizabeth. That's his brother.
Okay.
All these people are my friends. We all grew up together. Dr. Orb and all of us grew up in the valley together. So I like you. I read as far as smoking my ganja, we call it marijuana, on the block. I changed some things around here. I was small. I used to carve a little pound of grass, but I started something new. I go take the pound of grass and I roll them up in the joint.
And sell it?
And I used to sell the joints $1 a joint.
Well, it makes sense.
Ain't nobody know what I was doing. Then I heard the police was looking for Sparky. Hey.
So what happened?
Look here, good.
You tired in it?
Then I heard the police.
That was it.
Fields and all of them was looking for me. I go and sell my car. the Cox up on Marquis Street. Then my brother came home from Harvard University one day in Washington, D.C. He met me sitting on outside his apartment. He want to know what I doing up there.
You don't get shoot or you don't get beat bad from the police.
I tell him, he said, what you doing up here? I didn't even let my old man them know I was leaving Nassau.
Yeah, you get scared, yeah.
When my brother come from Harvard University, my sister-in-law and everybody did. When they come home, they may be sitting outside his step. What you doing up here?
Well,
I said, boy, the police them in Nassau looking for me.
I get the phone line light up, Sparky, so give me a last thing on money.
What I'm saying, see, you got to take time to listen to stance, man.
Yes, sir.
The things you preaching, the things I preaching.
Yes, sir.
The problem that's going on in our country right now, our leaders don't understand.
They don't understand.
They have to listen to the small man.
In order to change. Yes, sir.
On the street, know what's going on.
Yes, sir.
And if they think it's all about them going to the house,
they get long.
becoming powerful and forgetting their constituents, they can lose out. They can end up rich with big house, but they can sell the country out.
Yeah,
and they can meet people coming at them with guns.
Thank you very much, Sparky. You did an awesome job. Thank you very much. Sparky is just a vehement extraordinaire. He is compassionate, and we need people like that. In fact, let me say this to the Honorable Brave Davis. Well, like I say, the Prime Minister is doing an outstanding job of governing the country. Okay? Outstanding job. Major investments in this constituency, him and Chester Cooper. We have major investments all around the world in Freeport, many family islands, you know. And I just want to say this to the Prime Minister. At the end of the day, if you look at the murder rate, you're going to end up with 500 plus people. And it's on you, Mr. Prime Minister, even though you're governing good. If you look at Hubert Minnis, he was the Prime Minister 3 years ago. And on his watch, you know, we had numerous murders. All that on your resume. All of it is on your resume. Why? Because you do the same thing as the previous government. You fail to understand that the citizen giving you the citizens are telling you what's going on in the country, but yet still you invest more in the police, you invest more major investment around the country. When are we going to start to say we need to invest in these inner city community? Okay? When we got to understand that we're going to pay teachers more, when we got to understand we're going to develop more housing in the community, we're going to create more small businesses inside the community where people have access to it. We're going to have more community centers in these inner city communities on a regular basis to deal with all of the ills of society, you know. And we're going to keep it up. It's going to be more about investment. The thing is, when I listen, and what gets me upset is when you hear about 1.2 billion invested in this, 500 million invested in this. But yet said when it comes to crime, and human life, and innocent life, we only hear like $1 million, $2 million. That's it? Huh? Come on, man. Being committed, we have more major investments on the family island, but when it comes to crime, we ain't investing nothing besides giving $1 million to the police for patrol cars and get firearms and stuff like that. It looked like it working for us. You think anyone into any police? Let me explain something what the police is do. That's how I look at it. When I was a guy doing foolishness on the road, I ain't worrying about the police unless I get catch. Now, when I get catch, I feel the pressure, okay? But until then, I do all kind of crap. Huh? You think I worry about the police? You think I worry about who gets shoot around the corner from the police? That ain't me. I ain't feeling what that person feel. I might say, well, the police spank him up, but that ain't gonna stop me from toting my gun to go rob or go shoot my enemy. That ain't deterring me. No stop deterring me. Is when I get catch. If I get catch. When I get catch and then the police put the cuffs on me, they carry me to the station, then I feel some remorse. And that's what's going on in our country. You understand? The police is not, you might listen, the police is not going to catch all the murderers. The police is not going to catch all the drug dealers. The police is not going to catch all the traffic offenders. Okay? We can forget about that. Huh? If we think the politicians in parliament who signing these bills and speaking all this big talk in parliament is going to be able to change the dynamics of the country, all y'all is a bunch of fools. I've been around from Linden, Finland. And so Linden, Finland tell you, the greats of Linden, Finland, I work on the side of Linden, Finland, me. So ain't no one out there can tell me nothing but no PL. Ain't no one in the PLP party can come talk to me because I done more for the PLP party than many of its members today. Me and guys like James Charles, Kelsey Lundy, a.k.a. Scrooge, who people refer to me, but Kelsey Lundy, a.k.a. Scrooge, is down E Street. Like I said, my original name is Scoochie or Scroogey. And like I tell you, it was the Christmas ghost. Okay? And these guys contribute. How do you think urban renewal get around? That's me giving my input to Mr. Christie when Mr. Christie was opposition leader and he was asking how we can help. So I say, sir, there's a lot of abandoned houses and a lot of people who need their house repair. And the boys need jobs and we can't get work because we vibing with one another. But if you come up with a plan where we can fix some houses, clean the yards where all these abandoned cars is, this could make a difference. And then you give us a street to clean, and then maybe us who vibing with one another, two young leaders vibing, or we could work together, and we could share this contract and build a relationship. You know? And it worked for time being. And urban renewal is still going on. Urban renewal is being able to help thousands of people. But people who listen wouldn't know that come from me. I was the one who gave him that idea, sitting on with Herm Bettel at the office of him and Hubert Ingram on Shirley Street. I don't lie, but nothing I say, and then I see he came up with urban renewal. But you understand? We're going to take the score. Red caller, I'm going to read this message after the score. Red caller, you're on Inside in the City on Guardian Radio.
Hey, good night, Mr. Valentino Brown, Suji, Laurie Boy. How are you?
I'm fine.
Well, you know, I was born, and I know when you grew up. Is Berenice Johnson the original?
Yes, ma'am.
Around the corner in Hay Street.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard you're supposed to come around to clean up in this area.
I've been cleaning up in the area for the last 10 years, ma'am.
No, I mean, they said you were supposed to come inside my yard, but see, this is a police matter.
Where's your yard, ma'am?
For the police.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. You still there, ma'am? I think we lost her. Yeah, ma'am, we've been cleaning up an area for 10 years and not privately. But listen to me again. Mr. Brand Simonet and his wife are being assisting me with cleaning up the grandstand area. No government. Listen to me again. Mr. Simonet don't even like for me to call his name. You know I get to meet Mr. Simonet? Mr. Simonet admired me because he see the work that I was doing in the community. He doesn't give me no big bulk of money because I won't take a big bulk of money from Mr. Simonet because I'm not like that. I have programs going. I said, if it makes sense to you, sir, you and your wife, his wonderful wife, y'all could assist. Because we're building centers and we need to clean up the area so that we don't have no spot where guys who selling drugs or abandoned cars are. So we clean up the area to make sure that when we have these community centers in place, to let on community centers that will teach education, money management, social ills, small business empowerment, we want to clean the whole area up so that we set a safe environment for the residents of the community. Mr. Simonet has been helping me with that. Mr. Simonet has been doing such a tremendous job in the country at large. But every time you listen, and he admired me. He get in contact with me, okay? And I'm still struggling, but he is assistant and has helped us tremendously in the grandstand community because it's very important for people who has that position in society to be able to help. but yet to be scrutinized. See, politics fools you and make you go against one another. You don't know people's heart. This man don't even want me call his name on radio. You understand? His wife don't even want me to mention their name. They just assist. Every Monday, assist with a program that can be beneficial to the community. Okay? We're going to take this call. I'm going to read the message right now. This message on the phone. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, sir.
Good night. You're back? You break up again? Oh, Lord. I don't know what's going on. The connection is probably bad. We have some phone connection. I'm very sorry for the breakup of the phone. And you was making some valid points, and I want to just say to you, if you could get back on Guardian Radio, try again, but there seems to be some type of malfunction with the phone. Okay, I get a message here that says, Valentino, good night, good show. I am tired of hearing people saying you don't depend on government. What people have to realize is that government is paid to do a job, and that job is to provide a sustainable environment for all the citizens of this country. To describe it, the notion of saying I couldn't agree with you 100%. You are completely correct. When people say we can't rely on government, most people would say that because they feel that when we rely on government, they're not going to do what they're supposed to do. So some people are saying in their mind, you're going to have to do it with yourself and leave government out of it. I have the same notion too. You understand? Because it's true. Government only comes in when you're doing something positive, and then they want to be a part of it. And that takes us to the next level. But you as a citizen, it's the government job. But the citizens have taken lead, and then the government comes in. How we look at it as a perspective coming from the citizens who put the program forth, and then government join. When it's government supposed to come up with a program, and then the citizen to be a part of it, well, it's different. The citizens put the program in place, and then the government joins. And the message that is being said is completely true. And then I'm going to come to you now, caller. Last message. He says, the current caller is a little bit out of touch. Country is riddled with gangs and drug war, which I would completely agree with you with. It is riddled with gang wars and drugs, but listen, it goes deeper than that. Hey, I myself was one of the leaders of one of the major gangs in this country. I myself used to go to Jungle. Listen to me, people. Along with James Charles, Ronald Bowman Pratt, who's dead. Nelson Cooper is dead. Don Pratt is dead. I used to be in a group of about over 2,000 young men under John Bull. You see all the barricades that get put up on downtown Nassau, where all this barricade and the police, they're this entry point, and you don't have access to walk along Bay Street. They put those in place because that's how we was back in the days, early 90s, with the rebellions and gun dogs and border boys and Mason murderers. So all those protection measures, security measures that have been put in place on Bay Street was put in place for us, who was just 18 and 19, just come out of junior high and high school. Okay? So you're saying that is not the only issue of crime we have, but this is definitely one of the biggest contribution factors of the crime this country faces. So yes, it is true. We're going to take this next call. Go ahead, caller. You're on Inside in the City on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
Hello.
Good night.
My brother, I'm sorry I had to call you back because I really didn't finish something I really need to tell you, but you are a person that you are different from most talk show hosts. You are prepared to help this country, right?
Yes, sir.
You talk, but the people that willing to help this country, the people that do things that say, okay, let's develop the parks in our area.
Yes, sir.
Let's do things and honor the people who's supposed to be honored and stuff like this in this country.
Yes, sir.
How do we stop the crime? You don't know, but the police only get the call when you done underground.
After the fact. Go ahead. After the fact.
Yeah, they say the commissioner's he's supposed to stop the crime.
Who?
Man, He get the call.
He get shoot. He get shoot. He get shoot himself while he was armed when he was a superintendent. So who the hell, who he think he is? He believe he's God. And see, listen, this is where we going wrong. We put our trust in man. We supposed to put our trust in God and ourselves. Go ahead, Miss Sparky. Sorry for cutting you off. What the hell? You know what I mean? Who the commissioner supposed to be? Huh? Well, because he hold a title? No disrespect to the commissioner. I have no disrespect towards the commissioner. But he himself was a part of a violent incident where he almost loses his life. Now, how the hell he could come on TV and talking physical, crime is decreased. We had 7 murders last year in January. Now we get 14. And this is the next big thing I want to say. See, me, one thing with me, I don't hold my mouth. I ain't scared of nobody. I ain't disrespecting nobody. I disrespect you for the incidents, but I see you're doing wrong. We had this big commotion. We had this 4, 12, 10 murders. Then we look, we're going to have a national prayer. Now listen to me. There ain't nothing wrong with praying. I mean, to be disrespectful. None of those who attend on that. But to me, what you have a national prayer for? Why the hell? Listen, you see, this is the problem with me now. I then drink up a gullet and I come here hot from because I feel that me who been through hell. Oh, you said being shoot out over 20-something times, huh? 27, 30 times. I'm from guys on the streets, huh? And still just surviving. Niggas now me never been through that. And I hear talking to the general public, telling you I was a former gang leader, telling you how much kids I trained, and the guys who come after me, they are complete murderers. You know, I ain't teach them to be murderers. I teach them how to defend themselves, but they take it at a different level because time change. You understand? I can name so many guys who I grew up in the grandson community who are top leaders today in the country, who are dead and top leaders in the country. You understand? And this is what's pissed me off about our country. And everyone will be mad at me because of the way I speak. I speak because I am mad. You understand? I have more qualification than anyone in this country to talk about what I talk about right now. And it's the truth. So that's why I'm so mad. You hear me talking the way I'm talking on the radio, because I'm frustrated because I am a living example of the problems that our country face and how to correct our problem. And I have so many different programs going on now. I have made so much legislation pass in Parliament. Listen to me. That's why no one can talk to me. No prime minister has nothing on me. No prime minister, no minister of national security. Okay, I on the radio talking about all this stuff I do. Why did the commissioner of police don't come lock me up? Or why the minister of national security don't come at me? Because I am what I say I was. And I don't lie about it. Because it's the truth. So when I speak it, listen. That's what I'm talking about. Listen. Because when you don't listen to me. Let me tell you something. The mindset of a youth grow up in this country, they ain't worrying with no police. When I get locked up, then I'm worrying with the police. The minute I get released, if my mindset has not changed, I become 10 times worse. Okay? And I can tell I don't drink couple, but this ain't making no influence on me, you know. It's the fact of the matter. I ain't come here on this radio to be no one friend. I ain't come here for no one to like me. I ain't come here for no one to praise me or to follow me or to do none of that. I come here to make sense to each and every one of you, to see if I speak in the truth, and if the truth I speak in, then apply it to your life. We're going to take this call. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, good evening, Scrooge.
Good evening.
Just respect, Scrooge.
Yes, boss.
I rate you, but you know, this show is very integral, Scrooge. I mean, it's the realest. And so, with people like me and you, let's say, let me turn on the radio a little bit, Scrooge.
Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, let me turn it down a little bit. People like me and you, and you know, So, you know, a lot of people, you know, we know a lot of people have died. A lot of youth, we could go from Sleepy, Barnaby, Lil Pot, or everybody. We could call people name, Reds. I mean, from East Street, go straight back to, you know what I mean? Because of our age, right?
Yes, sir.
But you know and I know, I appreciate this platform. The thing is, me and you could, I mean, we could sit down with the commissioner. That's my old man boy. He used to, and you know my old man is retired. He still used to come and hear the old man. So that's the only reason why I have a little high regards to him, because I know my old man was a no-nonsense type of fella.
Yes, sir.
So him and the boys, them, the squad, they'll come and hear the old man. They'll meet me in the back by the pool and thing, doing a little wake whatever for him, right. So they know my face, right? But they never, you know, the thing is, in me, schools, I never was convicted of anything, and so, you know, we smoke our little grass.
What wrong with smoking a little bit of grass? As long as you're 18, 19, and 20, and if you're younger, like 12, 13, it's a problem.
I was going to the COB and
yeah, but you can smoke, my brother. Smoke. Yeah, of age.
But I know the streets, right? And, you know, I know a lot of people there. And so the thing is, the things that I've seen, me and you know we can't say that, Scoozy. Because you think me and you could come and say everything that we have seen.
Listen to me.
Done by law enforcement.
I'll turn this country upside down if I talk about some of the stuff.
So, why I said that, right? Let me show how important your show is to me. I had to go by my sister-in-law to pick up some food because, you know, we buried their mom today.
Yes, sir.
She died in A&E, waiting on services. They didn't pay attention until she started warming it. I mentioned on Naughty Show, but I didn't want to cry over it. But it was like just before the Christmas party, everybody was celebrating. Nice, quiet lady, humble lady. You know, she's gone, right? My son has no grandchildren, so I kind of shared little tales because of that. And
you got heart, my brother.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, right, Scoozy, the platform is needed, and so there's no equal playing ground. Everything is what the police say, right? Now, I was upset with the brother who said that you see him angry, right? But, I mean, he said, I thought that's what the brother said. He said, you see him angry sometimes?
He said a lot of, he could be in front of me, but he's also talking about some other people angry in the country.
Yeah, people are angry, but, I mean...
I angry too?
Some people are angry for nothing, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Me and you might have a sense of anger, but you know we respect the police. And you know we have police who's friends. Even when we was on the road doing foolishness, right, Scoozy?
Yeah,
you know, some of them in the past, we'll buy the bus a case again, or we'll do something like that or whatever. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I used to be in Cameroon. We had reports. Some of them, the day they see me, they smile. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, you know, some police officers have sense, some of them humane, but you got to understand the younger generation. So now you know and I know the affiliation. We are living a lie. Let me show you what's going on. When a police officer does have a misconduct, it don't reach the news, you know.
No.
The freedom of information is knowing about an officer. If an officer is involved in something so much, the public has the right to know that he doesn't deserve to be around the public.
Because they are public servants. They are public servants. Yes, you're right.
And then, let me show you why hats off to you, but you can listen.
Yes, go ahead.
You reminded me of the fact that, remember when last week I think you were saying how the police don't take care of people after they injure them?
Yeah.
So, our lives value nothing.
No.
We are...
You know what we are? No one to police. So that's why we can stand on somebody who gets shot in the ground. And
Aaron, listen to me. Aaron have a mind, a brains between our ears. I mean, she's like, something is wrong. She always could sense something and she say the right things most of the time, 99% of the time, because she said, she commented on that same particular phrase, known to the police. But you know, you could be known to the police for different things.
What that's supposed to mean?
Even sexual assault on a young male, you'll be known to the police for.
So what that means, known to the police?
Yeah. So known to the police. Then what they should differentiate for somebody like me who has a brains between my two ears, is that you should say if the person is known to the police for violence.
Uh-huh.
So this is why these differentiate between violent and non-violent offenders, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So when they approach you all the time, it's always like you kill someone, they get it, you know what I mean?
So knowing the police give us
excuse. They so egomaniacal and tell it's scary, man. Okay? So
desensitize the situation.
What I've seen throughout our lives determines the way we think. All right? Now, you talk about the gang. And I was in the gang, but Scoozy, I remember, I could believe what you're saying because, like I told you years ago, remember I tell you, I had a Dodge, red, orange and white truck. We was heading east on Hay Street, and we was going to the Palace. Man, they were cool. That's my city rebellions. I know if that was y'all.
Yeah, we said that too. You said the Palace?
Scoozy.
Yes.
We pulling out the corner, my boys, them, it was only 7 of us. 2 in the truck, and some in the back. They say, pull off. I say, pull off for what? They say, I ain't do these niggas nothing. I ain't know
you had to do us nothing.
But they just had a war. But the gang was so big, they was on top of the hill and this the police part. They was on top of the hill from the barracks. Come straight down.
We make the police too.
All the camp.
We make the police roll out too. Let me just say this. We make the police roll out too.
No, but I see that. Why you should have let me finish the story?
Go ahead. Finish it.
So when the police see the crowd, right, man? I see one nigga pass, one of the axe, one of the hatchet, one of the cutlass, right?
That's how it goes.
I say me and my brother, I say me girl, I say you all chill, man. These people, these niggas. So I don't know. I think one of the boys them hail me, right? But then what happened is the police turn on the flasher, and they press brakes, and when they see the crowd, I swear they
buying rubbers.
You ain't what they saying. So they should have learned their lesson from back then that this problem is ballooning blossoming. So now you know and I know, Squishy. We need to let the public. You know they got a lot of young cats with you who don't respect no one.
No, because they ain't got no principle.
They eating cheese strudel.
They don't have no God. They don't know no Jesus. They don't know principle. They don't know Father. And they have no one helping them. They just in this country. And they in this country what's supposed to be the richest country in the world, and they ain't have no future.
Yeah, but you got to let the public know that some people can't. Some people see. People, you understand what's going on. You know, one can call the police on no one. The police need to call the police on themselves sometimes because you and the public endangering their life informing. You know what?
Yeah,
when someone inform, what you doing for them? Because what happens at the end of the day, you inform on someone, the person no use, the only person will know this and that. Me and you being on the streets, Squidgy. So it's not as easy as the public thinks. So
no, easy. You could go missing. You could go missing in action.
Yeah, but some people just call and say they blaming this and blaming that.
They can say all that.
People are really not opening up.
They don't understand.
Conversations.
They don't understand.
They're speaking with emotions.
Yeah.
And not rational thinking and thoughts, but really, they don't really know the streets. They hear about it like the fellow who's telling you, but it ain't no gang. And just, man, listen, I don't know. I 59, right, Squishy? You know, I grew up a lot of little young guys, right? You think I listen to him talking foolishness? You think all these shooting who brought him with who woman? Man, this nigga better wake up, brother. Squishy, me and you know, listen, everything cool, man. Let him keep that up, but
thank you very much.
These young niggas more smarter than what you think, bro.
Yeah, sir. Why think I'm still here today?
They'll go in one area, bust a shot, let the police go that way and go in the area and do what they got to do.
They're too decoy.
Things like this ain't organized. I don't get time to be talking what no one do, but the police supposed to be and pick up on now. But anyhow, keep up the good work, Squishy.
Thank you very much.
You know, the thing is, Squishy, I don't want you to feel like you're fighting a losing battle, right? But the gentleman who called and talk about the Dino gang, when you talk about the gang war, I mean, I can explain it.
I can explain it when you hang up.
Yeah, but they're trying to oversensitize the gang war situation, but it is going on.
Yeah.
And it's not no few bad, not no few young people them, because who let us sing the song as one rise and that's Junior Gange. One rise and one fall, the next one rise.
Yeah.
Tell me when it end it all.
Okay.
Man, the gunman world. You with England, you with Edwards playing it yesterday. I listen to Junior Gang, man, but I hold in him. He's a Leo too, but I've been listening to reggae before him, even though he's a Jamaican.
Okay.
I can tell him songs he don't know. Give that, yeah.
Thanks very much. 50 did an awesome job. 52. Far as I'm concerned, I want to give a shout out to my friend, Chief Protocol Officer, Mr. Teriyaki, from the Ministry of Affairs, Foreign Affairs. He has been with me over 15 years. He's been assisting me. You'd see him on the news, bringing all the delegates from around the world, kings, princess, prime ministers, whoever around the world. You would see him. He's a twin. He has the next twin, And Archer's always been there for me, and he's still supported me. So I'd like to give a shout out to my friend, Terry Archer, Chief Protocol Officer of Affairs. And going back to 52, when he talk about the situation concerned about gangs and if gangs still around, and there are gangs still around 52. Gangs in the 90s is non-irrelevant. They are smart. We were smart back in the 90s, and I still think the 90s are way more dangerous than these guys in 2023 because it was a whole heap of different category of crimes going on. You had bungie bandits, you had rapists, you had armed robbers, you had murderers, you had gangsters, and all that was combined together at the same time in the country. When 50 reiterates the fact that, he's not buying to the fact that the caller calling saying about the gangs. What he was saying is there's no major gangs, like how we had gangs back in the early 90s. 52 was referring to the fact that there were 7 of them on the truck, and then he's talking about us going to the culture club where we had 300-400 guys, 500 could have been 1,000. Mostly, basically, when we go to clubs, we'd end up at about... the Raiders were the biggest group. So if they go to the Club Med or whatever, they normally have close to 1,000 young guys in there. And 1,000 young guys, you sure, but 4 guns there, about 50 knives, but cutlass, ice spec would be in that crowd, and everyone intoxicated. You know, border boys, you know, when we go to the club, we all would have been in the same club and all of us had different positions in the club. You know, we'd had 200-300 gun dogs were bigger than us, but, you know, they would have like 400 or 500 young guys, you know, at the age of anywhere from 15 to 22, 23. And we were the judge and jury and executioner. But today, we have pockets of guys, three guys, and we call it a gang, which is a gang, but it is not a volume of people where you have that power, you know. So you have a pocket here, pocket in Baintown, pocket in Camp Road, pocket in Fox Hill, pocket in Mason Addition, pocket in Nassau Village, and everyone just doing their thing. The group is not as big as it was, but we have pockets of guys affiliated in different aspects of gangs in the country. But overall, if we're going to say gangs is the main reason right now in this country, we can say that. But honestly, with domestics, with murders that we ain't even talk about. Let me give you a prime example of murders that we ain't talking about. You're seeing some of these females who get shot? Some of them are, no, listen, I don't discriminate against nobody because I don't even know if I'm sick. I could have AIDS. I could have cancer. You understand? Let me just voice say this. I could have AIDS, you know? Listen to me. I don't discriminate. But we have females out there and males, but we have females in the clique who know they have the virus. And they are going to the nightclubs. And we ain't talking about this kind of killing. So I go open an old can and warm my soup before I leave off the show. So we get girls who vibe up, who feel that since they got it, they don't like no man. So any man who come to them, they giving it to them. But not knowing to them, you dealing with guys who are at risk. And when they find out, some of these cases, this is what's going on. This is how deep it is. We're talking about just about the killing, about this guy killing this. You all think for a minute. This what's going on, bro. This the inside stuff. You want inside stuff? God didn't really you want the inside stuff? Let me get the inside stuff. You get women out there in groups and you have men out there in groups who giving you the thing. And when people find you give them the thing, they letting you have it. Because they say they love you and then you give them the thing. That's what's going on. We have girls and nightclubs and things and they giving out the thing. And knowing they have it. And then when you get mad with them, listen to me. I've heard girls tell them, that's why I give you it. You're going to say that to a guy who give it, he know he's going to die. What the hell do you think is going to happen to you? Huh? You think this worry me? Police? Police is the last thing this young man want to think about when you're talking about police. You just tell a young man I give you it. Huh? Huh? Or you hear your boyfriend give you it because he feel that he being violated and he get it so he don't give it to everyone. But these females take it to a whole different level. Huh? And then when they get mad, listen, I could be up front. I grind your friend, and that's why I give you and him it. Huh? What the hell you think the young man could do? Huh? You think you want me to be police commissioner? Why the last thing on your mind is commissioner? The commissioner come around, you give it to the commissioner too, in that instance, then you get cash later. But right then and there, he ain't thinking straight. And that's what's going on in our country today. See, that's why it's good to have a show and a person like me speaking, because I could tell you the 9 yards in just 1 week. We ain't talking about that. You think all these murders, these women getting killed just by accident? Eh? Listen to the inside story. Oh, these girls that ain't playing, bro. And they telling you, you know. So what you want a young man to do? And we see, well, you shoot up the girl, you killing a woman. Listen to me again. I ain't telling no one to kill nobody. But it is what it is. Huh? It's wrong. And that's killing too. You see anyone go in the car getting charged for getting anyone of the AIDS? Huh? That's a part of the crime problem too. Huh? Why you ain't talking about this? Huh? You think all this shooting and same with females, huh? These girls giving you the thing and niggas giving you the thing, huh? Because they hurt and they say to themselves, I get it. Oh, I get it no more. I ain't like no more man. So any man come to me, I give him to them. I ain't let them use them come, I stick they condom with pen. Huh? And what you think the niggas find, what you think the young man gonna do when he find it after he been with 2 years, 3 years when he go and he start to break down and then, you know, and then you get mad. Yeah, woo. Hey, woo, yeah, that's why I grind you, boy, and I grind you, huh? And I give you 2 y'all it. Yes, a goner. Cause you know what you just do? You just devastate the young man, or you devastate the young female life, and it goes on both ends. Huh? Why you ain't talking about that type of killing? I bet you ain't had this on no other radio show. See, the one thing you're gonna get from me, you might not like me, but you can respect me. Because listen, no one has contributed to what I've contributed to developing this country besides the fact that I'm talking about the crime issue, but I've provided a lot of solutions over my 25, 30 years dealing with government. Most of the country's program right now that are dealing with the inner city when it comes to urban renewal, when it comes to marijuana possession, when it comes to prison reform, when it comes to small business, comes from me. Comes from me. Let me just tell you all that. So I feel that no one in the last 25 years or 30 years in this has sacrificed me coming on the radio and talking this way because most people scrutinize me and don't like me. That's why I love Mr. Simonet. And that's why I love his wife. And I love his family. And I defend Mr. Simonet to death and his family. Because to me, they are real Bahamians. The rest of you, and the majority of you, all you are is the obstacle to progress in this country. Okay, I get a message here. Some of the girls is set up by the guys to get killed and sometimes to be driving some of these murders. The girl is drive and the guys is lay back in the car. It's correct. And then they do these things, and then when they have problems with their boyfriend, the first thing comes out of their mouth, I go in the police and tell them, you're setting yourself up to get killed. We're going to take this final call for the night. Go ahead, caller. Let me have it. Go ahead, caller.
Hello.
Good night, sir.
Another homicide. Just pass it. Another homicide. Let me talk to Scrooge, please.
You talking to Scrooge, not homicide?
On Market Street. Another homicide.
Wow. Go ahead.
Market Street and this, I should say, Cordo Avenue.
Cordo Avenue. Go ahead, sir. Give us a live interview. Oh, we love this. Go ahead, sir.
Scrooge. How you doing, sir?
I'm fine, sir. Good night to you, sir.
I just passed Market Street on Cordo Avenue, on Market Street, really. I believe,
that's our 15th.
Alleged, there's another homicide.
So that's our 15th. Wow. Thank you very much for informing us. Thank you very much. And that's the norm of the day for us. It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop, people. You could put all the police, listen to me, you could put all the police in the world in this 21/7. They can't stop this. Because we had a chance 30, 40 years ago to make a difference. But no. We want listen to the political leaders. Stop, cancel, and review. Well, the 9mm, the AK-47, the 45, and the chip boy them, they don't recognize the PLP and F and them. The only thing they recognize is those persons who have a wife with somebody and those who robbing and those who are the enemy and those who are the innocent bystanders when they come for you. I'm going to let out some con. They don't recognize no PLP and F from them. You think they want any Brave Davis? You forget the other day Brave Davis get robbed too? You forget when before he was prime minister, the prime minister get robbed? You all forget about that when he hold him and his wife at gunpoint in their house? You all remember that? Look at the Bruce who tell me run to what? Come on. Anyway, he said we have to take a break. Say run to what? So I gotta cool off a minute. We gotta take a break. Come right back up to cool off.
Disrespect, you see this life in the ghetto never easy. So many hungry days break till it grieve me. But I doing the best I can, trying to turn my dollar to 100.
So we finished now? All right, let me say it. I didn't even know it's 8 o'clock. I'm very sorry, General Pop. I run so hard. The producer let me know it's 8 o'clock, and he can't give me no more time. So I hope you appreciate how I'm very outspoken. But listen to me, I'm only for you guys. You understand? I have the most experience in this whole entire country. You know, I ain't no college read, man. Listen to me. No disrespect to Mr. College Reed, right? And I'm going to say this, you know, and being on my chest for a long, long time. He's doing a phenomenal job. You understand? But this is not no gang thing. This is bigger than gangs right now. We have a society that's deteriorating fast and people are taking things in their own hands. 100 murders per year. People, families are losing their lives. Not each and every one of these guys are in gangs. People saying that you're getting bail. Jail can't hold you. Listen to me. Jail cannot hold all the inmates because we have 100 murders per year. The processed inmates are going to be processed. Then we have to make space for the next person's charge for murder, which is the next 100. There's no prison in the world that can hold that much serious offenders. We have to make space to give them bail. So that's why we're saying some guys who get killed, they shouldn't have no bail. What jail is going to hold them when we have a consistent of high volume crimes every year? Eventually, if we hold them in prison for a certain amount of period, we violate their human rights and they eventually win their case. So it's not a win situation at all for none of us. So on my blues, that's the end of the show. So I hope you get a good understanding. It's not about gangs in this country no more. Enough respect to Mr. College Reed. Mr. Reed, let me tell you something. You are very skilled, but you're outdated, sir. You're outdated bad. This ain't about no gang thing. Ain't no mad ass, no one order, no thing I'm running the streets no more. Let me show you who running the streets. Anyone who mad, run the streets right now. That's who run the streets. Anyone who mad and feel that they've been violated, just murder us until we get it right and invest directly in a 20-year program. 20-year consistently program, not interfered by PLB and not F&M. Just supporting organization, supporting activities, small business, community centers. That's the only way. So I'll see you next week on Guardian Radio 96.9. To all the callers, you did a wonderful job, and I hope that I did a wonderful job here tonight. I don't want no punches. I don't care if you like me or don't like me. I tell the truth, and the truth is come to reality. And everything I've been saying over the last 10, 15 years is reality. So who is right? You don't have to like me, but guess what? It is, what I say. So good night to you, and have a wonderful weekend.
In town, I say up and running. Caliban say my show boy don't ever give in. 7 years of farm and watch the crops them coming. True they see a humble thing, the lion sleeping. But they ain't for no reason. Only God that I believe in, living. Watch them only pass for a season. Godless, I gon' weed them.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.